Come on there, Rudolph. We have to deliver all the presents to the good girls and boys. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. You're flying too low, Rudolph. Wake up, sleepyhead. Come on, we're going to class.
It's that time of year when our thoughts turn to Christmas, and I turn to Home Computing Weekly. In 1983, they had a 2-week Christmas special, which contains a plethora of type-ins, including one for the ZX Spectrum that hasn't even been typed in yet. Turning the page, we come to page 9. Rudolph is flagging, Rudolph is flagging, and there are more gifts to deliver. It's a 1-page type-in, and most of that page is spent explaining the code, and the code is put in these 2 really small boxes. The scan is not the best quality, and typing in the code was a little bit tricky, but I managed it anyway. Let's look at the game. The game is Santa Post by Clyde Bish, or as Spectre Computing has him, Clyde W. Bish UK. He has a selection of games on here, 18 of them nonetheless. Asteroids Ahead, Carol Quiz, Comic Strip, Docking, we're better than that, 3D Draw, Fast File, Full Screen Graphics, Giant Spiders, Jackpot, Landscaper, Leprechaun's Gold, A Present from Uncle, Santa Post, which we're looking at today, Season's Greeting, Speed Draw, Trader, Train Race, and Treasure Trail.
Yo, even though I've been a wickedy bad boy for life, I still hope Santa's got me a present. I've asked for some glasses, just like my hero, WhatHoSnorkers. And these ain't them. These are granddad glasses. I can't wear these. I'm a middle-aged teenage boy.
Instructions. You're Santa Claus. You need to not crash into the chimneys. Rudolph is getting tired though, and is dropping lower and lower. Each time you drop a present down the chimney, Santa raises up a level. Press 0 to start and 0 to drop a present. The screen draws quite nicely, and it's similar to City Bomber. You have the chimneys with chimney pots, but instead of dropping bombs to destroy the skyscrapers, you're dropping presents down the chimneys, whereupon they turn a delightful colour of green. Santa there, with his sleigh, flying across the sky. Lovely cyan sky. The brickwork is nicely done, and the chimneys have a nice bit of the old English weave. The game is completely silent. If you drop a chip present down the chimney, you gain 10 points. If you miss, nothing much happens. But each time you go off the left-hand side of the screen, Rudolph and Santa will come back 1 row lower. And it's a score attack game. Written entirely in BASIC.
After a hard day's wheeling and dealing, there's nothing I like better than to relax at home. Safety, sanctuary, mystery. Oh, a present from Santa. What could it be? A very disappointing cigar. I can't be smoking this down the Winchester. People all talk.
Once you clear a screen, go on to the next screen, but now the chimneys are going to be slightly higher, which means you have less margin for error. Remember, once you miss a chimney, the present will fall to the roof. The higher up you are, the longer that'll take. So if you drop presents quite low, it's not too bad, but when you're higher up, it'll be quite a while, so you may lose half a screen of time. The graphics are simple but effective. You can clearly see it's a reindeer with the antlers and Santa in his little sleigh. The presents are a little block, which works fine. The chimneys are chimneys, and the roof was a roof. One more chimney to go. Can I make it before crashing into...
Let's see what Santa's left for Terry. I know I like a drink. But this is ridiculous. Ho, ho, ho.
Now this is getting a little bit hairy. And I've missed all the chimneys. And I've crashed into the wall. Again, ask you for your name, enter your name for the high score, and you can try again. Let's look at the code. Again, I've typed all this in now. There were some issues where I couldn't quite see the characters, so some of the code took a while to get right, but this is the code I believe as Mr. Bish intended it, and it's pretty solid. I think it's a pretty solid game. I was quite pleased with it. However, we don't just type in games. Let's make it better.
Ho, ho, ho! Come on now, Rudolph! Those peppermint sticks have given you lots of energy to deliver the presents to the good girls and boys! Ho, ho, ho! Look! It's the North Pole! Wow! Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
The first Snorkerfication was to change the colours. It's night time, black screen. When you drop a present, it makes a noise, a descending noise, because it's falling. I've also changed the user-defined graphic for the present from a little box into something a bit 3D, looks a bit like it's wrapped in a ribbon. Next Snorkerfication, we'll be playing with Rudolph, who is famously red-nosed, but the reindeer as written has no nose. I created a little UDG for the nose, made it red. This makes the string longer, so you have to do a bit more processing, but I think it works quite effectively. Christmas is known for its Christmas carols, so when we complete a level, we now play a random Christmas carol. The first one is, naturally, The First Noel. I entered more later.
I've been extra crucial this year. Has Santa granted my wish? Cool! Official WhatHoSnorkers glasses! Merry Christmas, everyone!
What could be more Christmassy than snow? Several years ago, I came across a interrupt-driven star routine called Milky Way, written by Neil Hopkinson in 1988. It can scroll constellations of stars in 4 directions. If we scroll white stars downwards, we get a nice snowfall effect. We add the code to the game. You have to be careful with clearing the screen, but it's quite easy to run. You set it off, and it works quite nicely. The only issue is the snow falls all the way down the page, even through the brick wall at the bottom, and that doesn't look quite right. The code was given to us in the magazine in hexadecimal format in a ready-to-enter form, so not in a way you can easily change it.
Business has been good this year. Let's hope Santa has taken note of it. Let's see what's in the tube. Cool, blimey, look at the size of that! And it's Snorkers brand, rolled on the thighs of virgins. Merry Christmas!
Fortunately, I have access to a disassembler which I've typed in from Phipps Associates. We load the machine code in, we ask it to start disassembling from address 64,000. 64,000 is where we turn it on, and this immediately jumps to FAF3. FA03 is where we turn it off, FA06 is the setting of the directions, and FA07 is where the meat of the Milky Way program takes place. And that calls FA29, which we shall see shortly. FA29 does some bit of elder action. It then loads FA06, which is 64,006, into the accumulator, and then calls FAE5. Here's FAE5. We do a series of compares. If it's 1, do something. If it's 2, do something. If it's 3, do something. We know that the scrolling down is 4. So we go here. And the values we're looking for are FF, which is -1. If we hit -1, do something. And the other value of interest is at FACD, where we load the value AF, which is a hexadecimal number, which is 175, into the HL value. So what happens here is if we scroll off the bottom of the screen, the Y coordinate is -1, replace it with the top of the screen, 175. If we change -1 to a bigger value, such as say 56, we'll now stop scrolling the snowflakes at the level of the rooftop.
Terry's been a good boy this year. Let's see what Santa's left him. Now that's what I call a drink. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I always like to do a loading screen. Unfortunately, I was rather pressed for time, and I'm also not a very good artist, at least not on the ZX Spectrum, or in real life, or on bits of paper. Fortunately, I found Outlook 100 magazine from 1995 with a lovely collection of public domain clip art for the ZX Spectrum. Going through here, lots of lovely festive scenes. So I took a couple of these, saved them as screens, and then combined them in ZX Paintbrush, then added a bit of colour, and thus we have our loading screen. Normal ZX Spectrum rules apply, of course. You can only have 2 colours in any 8x8 pixel square and 1 setting of brightness. The art is credited at the bottom of the screen, as is the creator of the programme, Clyde Bish. I've tried to colour in Santa red, and his beard nice and white, a bit of contrast. His lips are lovely and pink, his eyes are blue. On the mantelpiece you have a candle with a burning flame, a green Christmas tree, green and red stockings, magenta and yellow stockings, a bit of variety, a bit of colour, just to get you in the festive mood. The game loads, we have the same instructions as before, but now we have the lovely font N31 from Roberto Colombo's Char Bank. Good old Roberto. Always reliable. We play Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in its entirety, or until you press a key, and whenever we do play a tune, we tell you what the tune is at the bottom of the screen. The game starts, we have a town printed at the bottom, just for a bit of fun, and Santa has missed a chimney and there is a score penalty of -2. Success is 10, but missing a chimney is -2. Just to make things a bit more interesting, so there is a bit of a penalty when you miss. The snowfall, of course, does not proceed below the level of the rooftops. You will spot some graphical glitches. When a present drops in the same place as a snowflake, the snowflakes do remain hovering in the air like a Christmas miracle. It's just one of those unfortunate things. It's not the end of the world. Santa will not crash into the snowflakes. Father Christmas now leaves the screen properly, one character at a time, and arrives on the right-hand side, starting with Rudolph's nose. I've extended the possibilities of the chimneys all the way to the column number 1 for a bit of variety. And we're back to clear Marding in the Marsh. And on to the next level. Jingle bells there. You can, of course, interrupt it by pressing a key. I want you to show you the majesty of Christmas. The chimneys are slightly higher, and there are more ice snow crystals falling. You can adjust how many snowflakes there are from 1 to 15. I think it might even be constellations rather than snowflakes, but it's adjustable. And I've made it subtle, but there will be more over time. This is now, of course, the town of Cluntenham, which is near Gloucester. the ancestral home, of course, of George Clunt, of Minder fame. That's Cluntnam cleared. And we return to Cluntnam for another street. That was We Wish You a Merry Christmas. The tunes are randomised, but of course you can just skip them by pressing a key if they repeat. And each time you go to a town, the chimneys get slightly higher, which means your margin for error gets narrower. You can't go off the top of the screen, so if you drop multiple parcels, you don't go any higher. So sometimes you might want to drop parcels a bit slower. And of course, if you miss, the higher you are, the longer it takes the parcel to hit the roof, so you waste more time. Score now currently of 276. But it's quite pretty there. You've got Santa, Rudolph and his red nose so bright, guiding the sleigh tonight. And that's Cluntnam cleared. Deck the halls, and now in Little Snoring, this is no longer a 16k game. I could possibly have squeezed it in by having less music or compressing the music better, but I thought, no, I'm lazy. Let's go to 48k. We're going to have lots of fun anyway. And as to the town of Little Snoring, it's pretty. We have very high chimneys. They obviously don't like soot in Little Snoring. But the attractive UDG parcel's now full. Santa is safe. He's doing a good job, making the children happy. Two chimneys to go. And he's missed that one. We're in no danger at the moment, though. And another miss. This is why we penalise Santa. You've got to be efficient, Santa. And that's the last one. Now in Luton, it's got a great deal harder. The chimneys are very high indeed. Fine, you can keep dropping the presents down the chimney though. Santa will stay clear of trouble. But it's now very challenging, and that's a miss. That's going to hurt Santa. But he's got that one at the end. 3 to go. Come on, Santa. Come on, Father Christmas. Come on, old Saint Nick. You can do it. I know Rudolph's tired, but there's oats waiting for him at the North Pole. Oh, that's a miss. That's going to make things very tricky. Come on, Santa. Oh! It's all over. As before, you enter your high score. But I had one more game in me. So let's see if we can beat this high score of 564. This is the end of that game. I do like the holly and the ivy. There's a slight thing. If the chimneys are very, very high and you drop your present down them, they will drop by one level. Previously, you would ignore them completely, but at least I've fixed that bug. And we've now beat that score. Then we have the devil's number, 666. We're back in Little Snoring, and we're dropping away. 1 to go. Can we do it? If I don't drop this present down the chimney, it's all over. But I've done it. On to the next town. And I think we are out of luck. We fly through one chimney with the skin of our teeth. And that's it. So to wish you all a very Merry Christmas from all at Snorkers Towers. And I leave you with the Snorkers Christmas Spectacular. Thank you for watching.
On the first day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me a typing on my TV.
On the second day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 2 taipans and a tie-pin on my TV.
On the third day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans
and a tie-pin on my TV.
On the fourth day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 4 commie birds,
3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans
and a tie-pin on my TV.
On the 5th day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 5 Vikings,
4 commie birds,
3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans
and a tie-pin on my TV.
On the 6th day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 6 spies a spying,
5 Vikings,
4 commie birds,
3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans
and a tie-pin on my
TV.
On the 7th day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 7 sailors singing,
6 spies a spying,
5 Vikings,
4 commie birds,
3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans
and a tie-pin on my TV.
On the 8th day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 8 miners mining,
7 sailors singing,
6 spies a spying,
5 Vikings,
4 commie birds,
3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans
and a tie-pin on my TV.
On the 9th day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 9 robots running,
8 miners mining,
7 sailors singing,
6 spies a spying,
5 Vikings,
4 commie birds,
3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans
and a tie-pin on my TV.
On the 10th day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 10 ships a shooting,
9 robots running,
8 miners mining,
7 sailors singing,
6 spies a spying,
5 Vikings,
4 commie birds,
3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans
and a tie-pin on my TV.
On the 11th day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 11 Scotsmen dancing,
10 ships a shooting,
9 robots running,
8 miners mining,
7 sailors singing,
6 spies a spying,
5 Vikings,
4 commie birds,
3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans
and a tie-pin on my TV.
On the 12th day of Christmas, Snorkers gave to me 12 Lords of Midnight,
11 Scotsmen dancing,
10 ships a shooting,
9 robots running,
8 miners mining,
7 sailors singing,
6 spies a spying,
5 Vikings,
4 commie birds,
3 Frenchmen,
2 taipans, reference to the game Taipan,
and a tie-pin on my TV.
Bumblebee, bumblebee, bumblebee,